Question 11, it says add a slicer to your last pivot chart that allows you to filter your chart by item. So basically we want to insert a slicer, so we are going to pivot chart analyze. We are going to insert a slicer and we want the slicer to be by item. And what that is going to do is I have this thing which is called a slicer, and basically it tells me which items I want to include in my graph. So for example, if I select blender, it's going to give me the graph for how many blenders I have sold in each city. So I know that the city that does the best in selling blenders is Seattle, and the city that does the worst is Los Angeles. Let's say I want to find out how many coffee grinders I sell in each city. I know that Kansas City is the city that sells the most coffee grinders, and Houston is the one that sells the least. So maybe people in Los Angeles, Seattle, and Kansas, they really love coffee and they buy a lot of coffee grinders. And I can select multiple as well. So I can select these top 4, and it will give me the total of the price of the amount of dollars that we have sold for these 4 items. I can also add a slicer for date. So for example, if I want to, oh, this has a lot, but for example, if I only want to include the slicers that were sold in April of 2014, I can select these 2 months. So I know that in April of 2014, Los Angeles and New York sold, if I want to know, for example, how many blenders did I buy, did I sell in April of 2014, I only sold $40 in New York. So that's another thing you can do.